Go ahead.
Okay, welcome everybody to the Water and Sewer Board meeting. Yeah. That I'll open it up to anybody from the public who can speak. I believe we have Bobby Daly from Shaw Common Street.
Hi.
Hi. You can line that up.
All right. Hi, Barbara Daly. Nice to meet you all on this lovely day. So I'm recently transplanted to Glens. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. We're a grandbaby here, so makes it nice. So as you know, this pertains to my letter of 11/12/25 related to my bill. So I closed on the Green Street house, which is a two-family house, on September 16th. And I went back to my files and I did receive a credit at closing for the water bill from 7/1 to 9/30 is what they put, my lawyer put, but they really meant 9/16, I think, because I was 9/16 to 9/30 technically in the house. I received a credit for $262.45 at closing. I have no idea where they got that number from. I think that when I talked to my lawyer's office, they said they have no way of knowing exactly what the amount will be because they don't have access to the bills, right, because it's private information. So they kind of guesstimated. And to me, that was kind of surprising because they had actually gotten previous bills. There was a family of 8 living in the unit. And I know from the person living in the back unit, that he said they had a swimming pool that they had to put down, but they had filled it up at least 3 times. So if they were estimating based on previous occupancy, that seems to me extremely low. But anyway, I don't know if that's something. So I closed on the house on September 16th, and then I came to my house, checked on it. It had been occupied by some people that had to be kicked out. So I wanted to check on it and make sure things were okay. Then I went back to my other residence up north and really stayed there for a little week. I didn't really come down. I wasn't doing anything. I was arranging for renovations, etc. And I had to get ready to move and all that. So no way to know that apparently the fish toilet was constantly running during that week that I was gone. So one of the first things I did when I bought the house, just because I wanted a different toilet, was I had my husband change the toilet out. Did that. And so I knew that the front apartment had been empty for several months prior to closing date time when I picked out. And then in my rear apartment, my tenant was one every day. So you can imagine my shock when I received a water bill for $577.64. I'm like, how is this possible? I'm from the town of DeWitt originally, and I don't know exactly, but I never got a bill that high. It was more than $100 range for the quarter, $150. So I called him and spoke to Adam, and he looked at the water use, and he thinks it looked like that during that week that I was away, the toilet was running constantly. I didn't know that, I was wondering, but we got it fixed. I immediately took care of that problem. Didn't know what was going to happen, got the bill. So, again, I guess during that first week I only told him that was what was happening in the toilet. Used more water in that week than it did the entire quarter. And then I took care of it. So, in sum, I received a credit of $262 for the majority of the time, July 1 to September 16th, and really, basically, the house was empty during that entire time. So, I have no idea. But just the one gentleman in the back. And then I got the additional charge of $315, right? If you're looking at the total of $577.64, for that short amount of time, it was $315 worth of water, but I had no idea what was happening. So I'm it had been completely used. And I immediately fixed the issue. And of course, now I have another line here for, purposes of it. So, really would appreciate it if the committee would, choose to,
What was the point you were
right?
What was the point you were
I'd like the difference, if P15 or somewhere in there, or,
Yeah, but I went back to the last 2 quarters and it was about, figured about 2 million and 50 million. So I figured out, so,
it would be great, because that's, so, but that's,
coincidence.
has the change, has the water gone loose, has the cost gone up? Because these people prior, that 8 people who were in the swimming pool, how could the average be?
No, I mean, that's just, the way I read it is, the reading is that it was a couple of minutes. Water meter reading.
They did all kinds of things.
Yeah, we just looked at the last couple of, like, the last year or so, but before that, I think,
It would have been the summer before. Yeah. My son, you might want to take family meeting, so we can put this. Very tall.
Very tall. Yes, he was here.
At home with a broken ankle.
Oh. He lives in 62, right?
Yes, he did. He just moved on to, for like 40 minutes. Roller skating. Roller skating, he got a little pizza. Split my heart. Now I have turbulence. No.
Yeah, well, we first got just a little over it, and then we went to the top now. So we we'll probably get, attorney will be here, can do it.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time. You didn't go shoot
Just tell Cameron I said hello.
I will do that, yes. I'm just gonna stay for 3 minutes to see how things go.
Sure. Is that when you're able to storm water moment? 5 household had storm water moment. Storm water, we're gonna go further into that. Groups, it goes out in the water, frustrating water. Page is vehicle waste, and spills from vehicle maintenance, and wash your vehicle out. Pesticides and fertilizers sold, sweep up yard use, so it doesn't get rolling down the road. Clean up storm improvement, kept storm down, so it started on the cleaning project, every delivery, so we can have some of the catch basins. The storm drain is plugged with snow. Yeah. It usually what happens is we try to go the ones that we know that feeds clear. And then usually what happens is if it's connected to two folks, that's usually a board. And so we know the next, the first that next, and then as the water starts moving, it goes to the very middle of the problems. Unless it's, God goes to the roof and As I said, I'm over the course a little bit, and 66 days because David said he'd be a little bit. But we can go to the fire. The fire street, does anybody see the one? Fire street. I tried to pay his bill on December 3rd. Close, already closed out, with the ready. The bill itself, so cut off the bill, never came to that. It was the first cut off, it was a 10% penalty. The bill says you have the opportunity to pay for 12 at 50%. But that's not correct. You don't have until like 50% of the bill. But no additional penalties are applied. So if you paid it on December 3rd, you would pay the same penalty. What he's saying is misleading because you should have the opportunity to pay for it. I guess in previous years, there used to be a little verbiage on the bottom saying that if the bill wasn't paid by 50%, so you always have to say that's how they're we're going to go into a new billing system, so let's take that second one out. Just new revenue. Yeah, this was a second email to my response. So, just thank you for getting back to Rocky. It got me that. He said he should have had the opportunity to pay the bill. Yeah, to that first week of December, assessor's office is over closed down. No, he would have paid the same amount, but if he had accepted his payment, then he would have been for the same amount. So he thought he should have had enough time to pay it, but we only made 2 weeks.
No, his email refers to our office many times. It's not, it's the controller's window, but it's not the clerk's office. I'm just saying that. No, it wasn't our office.
You think I would mention how many?
Well, the email mentions us enough, and it's like, no, that's not us.
I think he's just looking for it. When the system switched, I would do it. I just responded. We would be discussing it this afternoon. Well, we do that so that we can get it to the processing. think what we have to do is what the bill says. Training to see if they were doing one for more, and so kind of would do it for another 24, and then the next 50, just another 12. Basically, that's what we have to do. So you can see the verbiage below. We have this is in the years. Okay. We're going to look at changing the bill and maybe we're talking about that email. So whereas now the bill says that so we're looking at for the next set of we're also switching billing system. It's the same Neptune system that's not very well. That's Neptune 360, so it's Neptune 360, on the road. So that mirrors that. So that's how we're going to go about it. Not yet, no. This bill is already ready. Yeah. Progress about how to correct the bills and such. No, not yet, because, as I said, we're switching over to a new system, so there's more sense in changing the old system because that's very good. Discussion? Okay. Any questions on the warrant? Yeah. Stainless steel.
Yeah.
They're stainless steel. You know, I think these last six up in, so one on yours. And what happened is, you have to take them off, you have to push it past.
Yeah, we're always starting
There's a minimal, maybe there's 20 to 30 miles on those trucks a week. I think the more miles on it, regenerating, bringing it up and down the north, the northeast, to regenerate the fuel system.
But 50 years before that, you know, in the 50s.
That was like 2 years ago, so I remember.
No, I see. Yeah, it's, I mean, the longevity of things, it's work for a long term, it's just.
Yeah, no, we knew that going in, I think that's why we did it, so it's steel, so we have to worry about the person.
Yeah. I got a question for that. There's a lot of-
Yeah. The operating room upstairs, I think,
Same height, but they're-
Yeah.
so somebody replaced.
yeah, the whole unit is replaced, because the old units are just air conditioning, they don't do the air compressor, so they don't use one, so if you have a. Yeah, that's that's from the Pond Reservoir. There's a little trash rack that sits right on the pipe, the intake pipe. It's almost like a diamond shaped, so it doesn't let any large debris into the house and the clog pipe. So, very newly made, it's really going off the phone, it's just, you have the area here, so we're gonna redo the area, so we have it. No, that's too much trash out here too, is just a wash to the road. It's really tricky. Scott, is that a letter here? Get up to the community? whatever. So, and then put it, and then add one more, put it out there. And then, So right now it looks like we have funding, get everything moving over, but it looks like 50% of the project, 0%, 50%, 4%. Again, so, could be a new asset management plan, it's still like for years. Back to city. We're going to look at request for proposals for engineering inspection, maintenance, reservoir, dams. Something that's required every few years by New York State, license inspection. We'll be looking at that. Depending on the cost, they may not have to go to our qualifications. New van, referred by the trouble with voting. Yes. Actually, we need new vans too, because they're going to be licensed for that, plus, we need to use this place with that kind of truck, again, we talked to our financial advisor, got everything in place. And we look back, inside by side comparison, whether it is better to lease or loan. As it turns out, it's about almost $25,000. That are suited to go for the loan. Yeah, they did a really good job in the back. But thank God we took the extra time because the J&J that we were getting in the truck is no longer that kind of thing. So they're camel, it's not a truck, so it's the same kind of size. So we did some investigation on it, got a quote, $25,000 less. KPI uses camels, they like camels. We're going to have a demonstration, so I'm sure that's the truck we want. So, we'll talk about this. Something about a truck, really that we like. Yeah. That's where we're going with that. Personnel. Fortunately, Mary Beth Delay, principal contractor, retiring. Yeah, so she's had enough of me, she said, so she's retired. So that's a big goal for us, so we're working with Judy, for the our powers, and that's the last day of the year, 6th. Last Sunday we had a lovely break shooting. Freezing. Guys did a great job. They got in here around 9 o'clock. Chase gates, trying to open the gates. Moving snow, find gates. I think my backpack is too slow. misses a field goal. Usually it's gonna get foul trucks and all.
So they're chasing water from
They're chasing the valves just to slow it down, you know? So, you know, maybe they can actually open it up. If they couldn't find it, we would call, we would have to have a company move the insertion valve. We would finally found the last valve, which is that, you know, they found that last valve. And that, nobody was out of water except that 2.5 hour period.
what if they all sold news for the house?
They were, I was on the train in New York, talking to them, all the ones. So that, then we had a couple of, water laterals, it's frozen. Probably at the State Street, I think, late Saturday night, we called. Actually, they didn't call until Sunday morning. First time, actually, it happened, they said they didn't have a look at 3 o'clock, they would call us at 9, but it's, we couldn't really do anything, and they didn't say anything, so it's moving around today, and they were just getting on, the only reason we were able to do this was their basement. They used to do that, but now when they do that, they just fill up all the computers and that's the liability part, you know? I can say, he was fine, he was fine. So, we want to see more like that, so, Steve does something on the website, it's basically, 73. It was there, but it was 7 up front, 71, 73, it was 2,000 grand. There was a little alleyway. There was a little alleyway. Yeah, we have a water line back there, it's real high. So then there was one more than 2, but
I was thinking that, I know that that's before, it's not recently, so it's a big deal, but, I don't know if I've ever asked, everybody talking about how long the tanks can sit out and bring it time, whatever, are things always swelling there, or
that level's always going up and down.
it just never sets in the middle of the night?
It's always, there's clear welcomes, but all the time. That's one of the difference between people who Smith operates facility and past operators. They would run filters as hard as they could and fill it up to a certain level and then shut it off. But still, those levels would drop to see the water. So really nice to let it run all night long. It seems to work really much better.
But notice, tap water is ice water, it's not.
It's very cold.
This is cold, but it's warm ground, but
It's
like,
like
it's kind of just sitting out over the weekend.
33 degrees kind of thing. Yeah. It would be nice to be there. So, with that, I'll open up and yeah, it's something we need to discuss, we should limit with, we should have some sort of form that says this is our limit, and then, and you can always, once every 2 years. I don't know if that, a couple of stuff like that. Institute talking about the workshop. Finally, regular meeting will be March 2nd at 10. You get an invite to give your life. So critically, Peter and Chris are here. I'll try to make it so close. And we clear the high quality. I think we need for the next two. Oh, you want to have it early?
It's better to say it now, because we're at the meeting and everything, so I don't have an issue with, we can change it like that.
Yeah, that was her, but it's not gonna, that's the thing, right, that
As long as we're.
Peter? Peter, can you work out the rules? So I'll check with the mayor and then put it on the calendar for 12:30.
whenever you guys do lunch,
It'll be 12:30, just give you more time to get the thing done.
that'd be awesome, because you run into somebody.
Yeah, well, I just realized she's got that this morning, so probably, I don't have time to.
Yeah.
Just saying.